Coming off one of our two games this year that we lost by a score, having a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter, weren't good enough to get it done. Again, incredibly proud of our guys for their effort, their fight, the toughness to keep themselves in position to win the game, despite doing the things that you can't do to win a game, whether it's turning the ball over, having more penalties, getting out rushed in the game, and not being as efficient as we need to be on fourth down. Still have a chance to beat again Baylor. This is about improvement. We still got a lot of things that we have to continue to improve on. There, believe it or not, even through a loss, there's a lot that was actually good in the game. Yesterday took some time to make sure that we recognize what those things are, and things that you can build on. Again, you look at it again, a game that's there's some moments of frustration because of, again, just how delicate the game is, and when you again are in position to win and just weren't able to get it done. You try to find, again, the things that you can build upon. And, again, we looking at, the opportunities that are sitting in front of us right now to finish the year, how we want to finish it. We still got a great opportunity, this week, going to Morgantown to again, not dwell on, the things that, we didn't do well last week, but really to look at the opportunity, as an opportunity of its own this week, to try to create some momentum to finish the season the right way, in a positive way, and get to a bowl game, and continue to create momentum for the out of season as well. The areas where we're playing really well right now, obviously we have experience there, and the areas where we're not, we're inconsistent, and part of that is there's probably a lot of reasons, but one of it, again, you're looking at guys that haven't played a ton of football at some spots, so that matters at the end of the day, and we got to continue to bring guys along and develop things the right way, being faithful again to the little things. Our players got a lot invested, the coaches got a lot invested, and even through adversity or losing, you don't just lose that investment or lose that focus about what it's all about. You got to accept everything that comes with it when you're completely invested. And sometimes it's easy to sit outside and judge and say, well, again, the season you lose your fourth game and everything, the season's over. That's one way to look at it. Like, to me, if you judge it that way, then you just, like, when bad things happen in life, you just kind of pack it in, and that doesn't. When you invest like you invest in the game of football or any sport, you don't just. It's about the chase. It's about the commitment to one another. It's about the love for what you do, and even through the discouragement, you accept everything that comes with it, and so that's what this is about. Challenging our guys. Every player and every coach through all of it. Everybody's got to look at themselves, and again, to me, that's when you got to be at your best. So our guys came back yesterday, had a great perspective. I think the perspective is what it's all about, and being able to, because I think it drives your perspective. It always drives your performance, and so if you got a bad perspective, you're going to have a bad performance moving forward. So I think having the right perspective right now is more important, as important as it's been all year, so that, again, we can, realize the potential of our team and again, continue to improve and have the kind of finish, that we want.
Every coach, when he hits mid-November, wants to have a real sense of improvement, right? That we're getting better at this. What would you say that is for this team? Where are you improving specifically?
Well, I've seen consistency on the investment part, which is where it starts, the work that you got to put into it. So been really pleased with the investment part, top to bottom. And, we were better on third down this last week. So that was an improvement from the week before. Last 2 weeks been pretty good in that standpoint. Again, I thought I think we've been running the football really well all year. We've been really a good unit, not dropping the football. Marvin had a few. Braden had one or two against Iowa State. But again, we've done a really good job of catching the football. I like how our guys have, again, practiced. I thought we were a little better in some of our coverage stuff the last few weeks. Gotten our hands on some balls the last several weeks. The last 3 games, there's a lot of things that we got better at. Again, I thought we got whooped in the run game this last week.
Last time program, you were here a couple times, 2005, 2009. You had at least 3 losses at this time of year. Both those teams finished strong, winning 3 of their last 4 games. You remember how Coach Stoops handled those situations to help the team, guide the team to that strong finish, and how much can you relate what you learned as an assistant to what you're going through now?
Yeah, mindset and to continue to invest. Those are just being a competitor. Like I said, when you've invested as much as you had, you just don't surrender. Again, I pay attention to what's being said, or the opinions, and that's what y'all get paid to do. To go really high with everybody or really down here and get the clickbaits and all that kind of stuff. That's what you do, and whether it's intentional or not. Because I know some people say, "Oh, the season's over." It's forgotten. But those guys in that locker room don't think that, and those coaches don't think that. If that's the case, why don't you just end it now? You know what I mean? Because that's what some people report. Which is fine. They're entitled to do that. But you would think that's not how you live life, or you're going to live a bad life. You know what I mean, or a miserable life. So. I think there's some similarities, and certainly in the win and loss column. Obviously, you're 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 years building the program in a locker room full of a bunch of guys that have been around here not only during that season, but for a long period of time too. So some of it's the same, and then some of it you're trying to create. Again, you got half our roster that hadn't been here invested in a really long time. So what does that investment look like for each individual? That's a hard thing to gauge. But certainly, being consistent with your message and being strong in moments of adversity or loss is incredibly important. And then again, being able to quantify, what just happened and what needs to take place, and the things that everybody's got to be responsible and accountable for, I think is important. You have to still, at the end of the day, appeal to the voice of reason when you're in a leadership position. And so you're not got to only be about it, but you also have to be able to bring people along with you and make sure that their mindset is where it needs to be. But again, our guys have again worked incredibly hard. None of us, this is not what any of us wanted, but here's where it is. And again, I still believe in our guys, their mindset, their toughness, their attitude, their willingness to continue to fight and work and finish what you started. That's what life's all about. And certainly that's what this season's all about. But for a lot of reasons. For one, for them to, your trademark should be your effort, your best, giving it everything you got. That should be each and every one of the guys' trademark is, and that's what we talk about, being completely and totally committed to doing your best. You can count on me. I'm dependable. I'm accountable. I'm reliable. And so that's what that looks like. And I think it's important that, now, more than ever, that our guys, and there's been some guys that have had a lot of success. Sometimes the more successful you are, the easier it is for you to lose sight of all the little things it took for you to build a foundation of success too. And you got to continue to be mindful of, and again, as we're building our foundation, it's still about the little things. Just like that, at the end of the day, we walked off the field on the wrong side of it, and it was about the little things, a whole bunch of little things, that can make a big difference. If you get, 1 or 2 of them right, and so that's the margin, that this game can punish you for.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.